Hello.
Cool. We got everybody in?
We do. Lovely to see everyone.
Cool. Well, hello everybody, and thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday afternoon from wherever you are in the world, probably Australia and New Zealand. Otherwise you'd be asleep in Europe. I'm Nikki Race-Jones, and I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by the lovely Ange McDonald, and we're going to show you how you can cash in on social media and give you 5 tips for what's been working for us and how we're achieving success.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks everyone for jumping on today on the Wednesday afternoon of ours. Really, the beautiful thing of all of us pressing pause and being at home at the moment is that we have the ability to tap into social media. And did you know there was about 3.5 billion social media users globally? And I think, you know, the opportunity that we all have is to be able to look at this and work out how to leverage it. And we're going to be dissecting that in our conversation today, along with how you can blend the social media platforms with the affiliate program that we're partnered with. So just a little bit of background on me. Over the last 4 or 5 years, I have been growing an online business. Around that time, I chose to pivot and change from my traditional consulting business into developing an online business, and really essentially have helped people create, grow and scale online businesses to really carve out a life on their terms. So really passionate about that. And, you know, here we are all faced with a big jolt that's just happened over recent weeks. I actually heard a stat yesterday that over the last 2 weeks, there's been 10 million jobs lost in the USA. Like, that's just the USA alone. And that's obviously growing globally. You know, not only are we faced with the health crisis, but we're faced with the economic crisis as well. So the ability to look at leveraging online and the social media platforms is a fantastic time to do that. So my wish for all of you today is just to share a bit of hope and really just some tips that you can, practical tips that you can take away today and kickstart your social media, I suppose, business.
Right. So if you're just jumping on, it's Ange McDonald and Nikki Race-Jones, that's me, discussing tips on how to cash in on social media from home. So basically, if you can post on Facebook and Instagram, you can start a business. And we're going to give you some tips on how to do this. So I'm Nikki Race-Jones, and I help people, individuals and businesses, reignite their passions and dreams and grow themselves and their incomes. And my passion really is to help people to get ahead and get what they want in life. There were too many people were struggling even before this whole outbreak of COVID-19, and now it's going to be even worse. So I know that I can help people bring more money into households, and that builds confidence and some hope as they start to look and feel better about themselves and to earn some money again.
Wonderful.
It really is a world of change. There's lots of uncertainty out there.
I can see some wonderful faces online with us at the moment. Hi Claire, hi Kelly and Kelly. And those are the faces I can actually just see, but really want this to be something that's interactive for you guys. So I have a real key question for you all. What was your decision to be on this call today? What is going to be meaningful for you to really make a difference in your world? Is it more certainty? Is it creating an extra income? And I'm going to get you to write that down. So have that front and center. If you feel like sharing, please interact in the comments and throw that in and share that with the group. But that's the number one thing. So we're going to refer back to this as we progress through our conversation with you and the tips. So cashing in on social media, certainly, as I've just mentioned, we have this at our fingertips. We are all sitting at home and, you know, we've all got the ability to leverage Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Some people are on TikTok. I'm not quite on TikTok yet, but it's the ability to be able to create an income from your fingertips from home. And we've been doing that over the last few years and have created an incredible blueprint around that. So who here has a Facebook account? Hands up. Awesome. Who has an Instagram account? Yeah, awesome. That's great. You don't need to be a huge social influencer to actually create and cash in on social media. We can just show you some real key tips that will get you started. Nikki, what are your thoughts around that?
Oh, I just think it's amazing, the developments in technology and the platforms, the social platforms that are available, and online platforms that can really enable business without having a complicated infrastructure. So
Yeah.
I get very excited about this stuff. So, yep.
Absolutely.
And there's a few comments coming in the chat, so that's cool.
Awesome. So I really urge all of you to be nimble. I know that there are different stages that you go through when we've all been given a jolt. Some get sort of frozen in fear and the uncertainty aspect, but I encourage you to move through that, to be able to be nimble and adapt to what's happening. I was actually just having a conversation with a lady earlier this morning, and she spoke about the 3 A's, and I wanted just to share that with you to help you become a bit more nimble in this changing time. The first A is to accept what's happened. We can't change it. You can only control the controllables. And the second A is adjust. So pivot and adjust to what's happening. And we're going to share some tips on how to do that. And the third A is accommodate. So really just accommodating and blending in, and being resourceful essentially around it all. So I congratulate all of you for being here, to be tapped in and tuned in around that.
Yeah.
So what do you want and why? We sort of touched on that, on what made you turn up today essentially, but what is it that you actually want? And I think that's a number one thing to ask of yourself. I think a lot of people have been racing through life up until now. And I suppose the silver lining in amongst this big jolt that we've had, it's giving each and every one of us the ability to pause and assess and review our life. So what is it for you? Are you looking for certainty? Are you wanting to develop an income for your family? And what's your burning desire around that? For me, when I looked at an online business a few years ago, it was to create more time and to have more flexibility in my life. And that certainly is the life that I have created over those last few years, and have helped people along the way globally. So what is it for you guys? And if I can get you to write that down, share if you want to. Nikki Race-Jones, what's yours? I mean, any sort of around that?
Time, without a question, is my most valuable currency. And I'm really proud of the lifestyle that I've created, because I just hated, working all the hours I did before, with all the downsides of traditional business and not having time for my family and, all of that sort of stuff. So we've got some comments as well. Certainty, freedom, hope. That's from Jan. Financial freedom, time with family, being flexible, financial freedom. So it's all around the same sort of things. People don't want that traditional work or business.
No. And I just sort of add to this before we move through to the next tip, is really, one, knowing what you want is the purpose around it, but there's obviously circumstances have changed. And I've had many conversations over the last week with people. One comes to mind, a lady that has, had owned a beauty salon, and prior to her number one thing was to create some, plan B. Now she, her business has stopped. Her, circumstances have changed. So her desire and want is slightly tweaked now to moving that plan B to a plan A. So just think about what your circumstances are. It's really important.
Great, thanks for tip number one. So we're on to tip number two, and this is around what your core beliefs and values are. And it's really important, if you're going to interact with people online, that they get a sense of who you truly are. And this is you know, if you get really into it, this is you starting to build your brand identity, and it comes from a place of what you really believe in. So you know, and then who your target market is, or who you're speaking to online, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook, and you could decide where you're going to participate. But you know, do those people that you are wanting to reach out to align with your cause and beliefs and values as well? So for example, I'll give you an example. My core beliefs around skincare and products that I use are quality over quantity. So I really don't want my bathroom cluttered up with lots of, you know, cheap stuff that I might have nasties in them or whatever it might be. I'd rather spend a bit more on things that I know are going to be really, really, you know, that are going to work basically. So another thing is, another value for me is keeping it really simple. I'm not into complicated things, and I haven't got time to be going out to the beautician and all that sort of stuff. I like, you know, for example, you know, we have a device which will deliver a treatment and give you a deep cleanse in about 2 minutes. And that's amazing for busy people like me, or mums at home who can't get out, you know, to transform the way your skin behaves in 2 minutes. Easy, simple. You know. And the other thing for me, being in my 50s, is that one of my really important ones is that I just embrace the way I look, and I'm aging without intervention, and I'm not going to change anything drastic about myself. And that's something I know. So I want to be speaking to the right people when I'm interacting on social. So yeah.
Love that. Absolutely love that. What is it for you guys around that? What are your core beliefs and values around it? If you can populate that into the comments and share, that would be really, really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to share a success story as well while people are writing. We've got lovely Kate from Melbourne, who is a success story. She has worked really hard, you know, for her son Harry, who's 4 now, I think, single mum, and she really does know her target audience online, and that's other mums. And you know, and she sets about, you know, how she can help them stay home with their young children and babies, which is fabulous. So that's one example of someone who's really aligned with her core beliefs and how she can use that to speak to her audience.
Awesome. That's great. I'm just reading some of the comments here, Nikki.
Oh, cool.
Kelly Allen, busy mum, wants to look stunning every day. I love that. Absolutely. Fantastic. Some of your core beliefs there. Great. So tip number 3 we have for you today. The key online is to be you, and to be authentically you, and be real. People are attracted to you. Like, you know, it's you know, going back to your core beliefs and values, if you can inject that into the content, the messaging, everything that you do online is so important. And I also just sort of around this, it's about developing relationships online. Like anything, offline and online, it's about developing relationships. So if you aren't being authentically you online, how can anyone build a relationship with you? So, and you want to attract people within your target audience that are like you, or resonate with your message. So be authentically you, and you don't need to pretend to be anyone else. You know, and really just stand and back yourself with the content and messaging that you have around that.
Yeah. Can I just interject
Yes,
there? That's
love that.
really important.
Yeah.
What really winds me up is when people online, you see that they're promoting a product that you know damn well they don't use. You know, I can't even remember which one it is. I think it's Jane Fonda that advertises on television. She doesn't use whatever that cheap cream is that she's promoting, for example.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you see, you know, influencers, and they've just been given a product to promote and probably paid to do it. And that, for me, you know, doesn't ring true. And people, it's about building trust in relationships.
It is.
Dead end, absolutely.
It's seriously, people can sense it, can't they? They can sense if it's a BS messaging, really. So, you know, you're wanting it to land well. You're wanting to really connect and build the relationships with your people, your target audience. And just sort of around that, I just wanted to share with you, a story about a lady that I have worked with and coached over the last few years, Scylla. She's based here in Brisbane. And I actually really feel she is the essence of being herself online. You meet Priscilla, she's the same person online as offline. She's a mum, she's an entrepreneur, she's passionate about beauty and business and people, and that really is sort of injected in all through her messaging online. So that's tip number 3, is really to be you and to be the real you online.
Great. So tip number 4, over to me again. So you have to align yourself or find a strategy that I think is proven and or has a proven blueprint, and inside of that you can start creating your own magic around that. But we have an affiliate program which has full support and training as well, but it's an amazing affiliate program that can have us operating in over 50 countries in the world. So we provide a structure and training and support that will have you earning money straight away. Really, that's what it is. It's up to you. All you have to do is to, obviously use the products, love them, and then inject your magic touch. So I think that's really important. And we also have a training program which has 6 steps of social media. So you really are guided through, exactly what to do, how to do it. And, once you've done it once, you can start to create around that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I suppose if you're sitting there listening today or listening to this on replay, the great thing with having a proven blueprint, it gives you the confidence in knowing that you're not having to reinvent the wheel. Like, it's all there for you. And as Nikki says, it's like, just injecting your amazing personality and magic through it. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing that is absolutely worth pointing out is that people participate in different ways in this affiliate program of ours, or they can take it to the next level as well. And, once you get into it, you can go on, initially you get paid daily, but you can go on to create weekly pay, monthly pay, and in fact there's no income ceiling at all, which is pretty amazing. But you can decide if you want to go fast or slow. You can decide if you want to do it part-time or full-time. You can start earning today. There's no risk, there's no capital outlay, and you've got the assurance of a solid global platform that's going to keep paying you no matter what happens, which is amazing. And you get a little alert on your phone going, "Jung, you have just been paid," which is amazing.
Yes. There's nothing better than having that all from your phone, really. Affiliate links that you can send out and knowing that you're going to get paid and notified when you get paid. The cash flow is great. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We've just got a comment coming through, Nikki. I'm just going to quickly have a read of this before we...
Great.
Oh, yes, Kelly. Yes, believe in yourself. Absolutely. There must be a lag here. Yep. Wonderful. Thank you.
Nice.
Over to you.
Yeah. So as I said before, we've got online trainings and, personal mentoring as well. So we really do, work closely with you to set some goals of how much you want to earn, for example, in the first week, first month, and set about helping you achieve that. And it's really up to you. You go at your own pace. If you want to go fast, as I said before, then we will support you in doing that and show you how to do it. So it really is pretty cool. And all of that training is free. So, it's all
tips.
All you have to do is really make a decision, set some goals, and then off you go.
Yeah, absolutely. That is so true, really. It's just having the decision that you're going to do this, and it's all there for you, really. Just before we go into tip number 4, I think we've got 5. I want you guys just to have a bit of a recap, what's resonating with you, and in the comments, what makes sense for you? Is it the certainty of having the guidance, the mentoring, the blueprint, the daily pay, weekly pay. What is important for you guys through this? So just throw some comments in. Tip number 5, when you are embarking on getting out there on social media, it pays to have attention grabbing content that's in line with your, your true self and everything. I was actually sharing with Nikki this morning, actually, about people that we know. They live in Waiheke Island. That's where Nikki lives, in Auckland. And they are standout. They've got content, they do video. They're full of humor, and they are authentically themselves, and it's eye-catching and it's grabbing. So when you are developing your content, make sure it's attention grabbing. It looks good, your lighting's good. Videos really are the way to go. So I know it's quite nerve-wracking for some people to launch into a video, but working yourself up into creating videos, doing Facebook Lives, they get more of a audience when you do it. So you want to stand out from the crowd where possible. And we certainly, with our affiliate program and mentoring program, can walk you through what that looks like for you. What are your thoughts around that, Nikki? I know that you've done lots of great stuff online with your attention-grabbing content around your business, and also personal with your music, I must say.
That did go a little bit viral. That's another story. But there is a lot of noise out there online, and it's about stopping the scroll, because that's what people do, is they whiz through, and if something grabs your attention that is clever or funny or video, as you said, it's moving in some way. So there are lots of apps that you can do that. Anything that's going to grab the attention of your target audience, then again aligns with your core values and beliefs, so people stop and go, that sort of fits. So.
Yeah, totally. And I'm just going to comment on someone that's online with me at the moment. Claire, I know, has done incredible content that's authentically her. And I have seen some videos of yours, Claire. So I think that's great. Continue doing that. It's awesome. We've got some comments coming through. Kelly, what's grabbed you throughout this is the one-on-one mentoring? Absolutely, that assurance of being guided. Carolina, yes, flexibility to work from wherever and getting paid. I love that. Yeah, that's cool.
And we've got Lavina as well, who's just said, she's just sussed out how to comment. So well done, you.
Oh, awesome.
But wants flexibility and the knowing of how far she can go with this wonderful vehicle.
Yeah, wonderful.
And it's about, you're absolutely right, it's about being consistent, because people start off with a hiss and a roar. They might do a post and then they don't do another one for ages, and so people don't take you seriously. So that's important too.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's all customized to you guys with this journey. Going back to some of these tips we've shared with you, it's based on what you want, based on who you are, and the pace that you want to go. The conversations I've been having recently is there's, people that are just being displaced from their job, or they're looking for plan B, and maybe they want to look for money immediately and start earning online through, we've got some incredible products like the whitening toothpaste, we've got tea green, immunity boosters, we've got beauty devices that are #1 in-home beauty devices. So some people will come in and go, I want to earn straight away from these incredible products that are, award-winning, and get started like that. Others will come in and look at this and go, actually, this looks really intriguing and I want to help people do this. So they will be looking at building affiliate teams through our platform. And others will be looking to go, okay, this is a great time to be just starting an online business and growing it, and look for a growing organization through it. So really scaling that all back to you, what do you want? Are you looking for extra cash immediately? Are you wanting to build a brand affiliate teams globally? Or are you wanting to grow a big, large organization and move into some leadership around that? The journey's over to you. So maybe just think about what that looks like, or you could do a blend of all of it. For me, I personally started with the products and then moved into building teams and have transitioned. Nikki, what are your thoughts around this customization aspect?
Oh, I think it's brilliant because it's an opportunity for everybody. And it really is that. It's up to you. So if you just want to, you're sitting, you know, at the moment at home because you have to and you just need some extra cash, just do that, you know, and see where it leads. You might not continue, or you might get completely carried away like Ange and I have. So
exactly. The great thing is it's all there for you and you're not having to create it all. We help you through that. So
absolutely. What I was going to say is if you are just hopping on, I know we've had a couple of new people. It's Ange McDonald and Nikki Race-Jones, and we're just sharing tips on how to cash in on social media. If you're watching it in replay, if you found it online somewhere, then we'd love to hear from you. That would be amazing. Get your comments. Awesome. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about our platform partner, NSE, which is absolutely incredible. So they provide all sorts of different platforms for us that allow us to be paid and to share, you know, as I said, in over 50 countries. You know, they're just on, and there is a lot more coming. So they're building constantly tools that are going to help us make more money. They're a publicly trading company, so everything's just really transparent as well. I'll give you an example. I mean, they really do want to become the world's leading business opportunity platform, bigger than Airbnb, Uber, and even Amazon, apparently. And one of the ones that might be of interest to listeners now is that there's one coming very soon, which is a skin analysis tool. So literally you'll be able to take a photograph of your face and it will analyze your skin. You answer questions as well on an app, and then it will send you recommendations. What it means is that if you are an affiliate and you are, you know, wanting to tell people about the product, an expert, because the tools are there. That means that you can really recommend with confidence products for people that might not even be anywhere near you, might be in another country. So that's really, really exciting. The technology is outstanding, and it's just, they're just wanting, you know, more and more success for us.
That's cool. And just to add to that with the vision, you know, we were in growth mode prior to this crisis happening. And at that point, we had 1 million entrepreneurs attached to our global platform in all the 53 countries that we're in. And we're, you know, with what's happened around the world, there are so many people out there looking to be part of an opportunity platform. So we certainly have the foundation and the end-to-end solution for someone that's looking for it. So we have a video, a little bit about my journey. I will press play. So just take pause and enjoy just a little bit of background on what's possible in the social media world.
That story is amazing.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I'll press play. My name's Ange McDonald and I live in Brisbane, Australia. I have my own traditional business and I've been in it for a few years and was really quite unhappy with what my current situation was. I had been a loyal customer of New Skin for many years and had, I suppose, seen the results of the product. All the products were amazing, obviously, but the first product I actually fell in love with was Life Pack. And I was looking for a desired freedom in my life. So looking forward, I wasn't going to get that with my traditional business. I learned about this new opportunity through one of my best friends, Ali. When I looked into the business side, it really aligned with my values. It was actually when I introduced the social media strategy in my business. I really felt like I had greater reach to impact many more lives and I suppose amplify that success that I was looking for. A social seller to me means sharing the message to your target audience, engaging with them and building relationships. I'm a firm believer in building relationships. Attraction marketing to me is really about knowing who I am
who I want to attract, knowing my target audience. And it's a bit cliche, but you know, it's your vibe attracts your tribe. And that's very true in my mind when you're wanting to attract those customers. My personal brand that I created was called You Tribe. So I created a space for that through a closed product group. I reflect that message on my own personal Facebook timeline. Since then, we've attracted some amazing people. Firstly, just be open to learning. I know quite a few people personally that didn't know anything about social, and knowing it's going to be a bit of a journey, just learn it. So if you're thinking about joining this opportunity, absolutely just do it. You have nothing to lose, and it is absolutely transformational, and you never know where it leads.
There we go.
That's fabulous.
Oops, we won't play that again.
Once is enough. Oh, that's another cool picture.
So look, for you, all of you that have been listening in on our conversation today and those tips, you know, my wish for all of you at the start of this conversation was that you walk away with some value, and also the insight on how you can create possibility in amongst these changing times. You know, what we have is the ability through social media to grow an online business, and also the affiliate program that we partner with. The picture there with Nikki and I, it also creates incredible experiences. This was a trip that we had to South Africa a couple of years ago, and it was just us cheersing to success, and we were in the middle of the safari there. So beyond the virus and the world crisis, when travel resumes, you know, there's further possibilities around just making extra money around this. What are your thoughts, Nikki, around that?
Oh, I think it's amazing to have the opportunity to have free 5-star all expenses paid trips. You know, if you do decide to embark on this journey and you keep going at it, there is so much possibility at the moment. So that's wonderful.
Yeah.
All you have to do is make a decision and take some action, like you said, you know, just learn it. And, you know, so if you are sitting there and you're concerned about your financial future at the moment, or you want to change, now is the time. It really is, you know, particularly with what's going on in the world. And we're here to help. So, you know, the people that we have gone before you and are currently doing it, we have so much fun, and you know, we can coach you to start making money immediately, and it just couldn't be simpler, really.
Absolutely. And like, just to wrap up, you know, based on that, Nikki, you know, the next step, if you are sitting there, you go, okay, let's get started. We can literally get you started through the training program that we have, and you can start earning, like basically start today and earn tomorrow. So have a conversation with the person that has invited you today, and we will look forward to connecting with all of you, and wish you all the best, and stay safe and well out there. And we'll catch up with you real soon.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.